Hello, world. Fingerboard world, I should say. I am Stevie Harkins FB. I am your host for tonight's interview slash sesh. The Sesh, I should say. Like I always say, I'm Stevie Harkins FB. Welcome to the Sesh. Today's a dope episode. It's gonna be kind of for the community, for the people, because we got EJ from Cherry Tape waiting on the line. I've been trying to get her for a minute because it's gonna be an awesome interview, and she's always hooking the community up, and it's just gonna be a blast. Like, I think this is gonna be probably a very good interview for everybody that wants to know what it's like to get a company started and just be really about the community. But to be honest, that's like everybody I've interviewed so far. So hopefully we can keep that train going, and I'm sure we will. But before we get the show started today, I just wanted to touch on some things that are happening in the fingerboarding community, just so people are updated. I know yesterday we talked, but the Black Velvet tape is released by Fingerboard Connoisseur, so go ahead and check that out. I know Cherry Tape, I'll give her a chance later to say what she's got coming out, but she's got a bunch of new stuff that she's selling in packages, and a bunch of different packages that you can purchase a bunch of stuff, get a bunch of stickers out of, so definitely check that out. And I had notes for what stuff was coming out, but Dang Dex is still selling a bunch of or has a new stock coming out very soon, so keep a lookout for that. Also, shout out to ATX ramps and fingerboard parks and obstacles. Those guys are always making some quality. Well, it's Ben, but Ben's always making some quality stuff, so definitely check him out as well. I know that Red Wolf Wheels, or Wysocki Wheels, the guy Red Wolf, he's got some wheels coming out. He's got some new stuff coming out, so definitely keep an eye on his Instagram. And basically, a lot of stuff is on the way right now, because a lot of a lot of drops just recently happened. But make sure you're keeping an eye out for everybody, because it seems that about maybe around this time next month we'll have a lot of drops, and hopefully we'll be riding that stuff that's been hinting at right now on Instagram. But definitely keep an eye out on Whoosh and everybody else that's got a stock about to drop. But hopefully we'll be talking about some more stuff next episode. But not to digress, let's go ahead and jump into the interview. We're going to go ahead and give EJ a call and see how she's doing, and basically get this interview on the road. So I'm going to shoot her a call. Of course, we're going to have that lovely jingle play from our homies from Skype. But, that's just how it goes. Let me wait for this to connect. And blah, say blah. Hello?
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I will be honest. My ability to tell time zone differences is terrible. So I'm so sorry that you had to message me first. I still thought I had like 20 minutes, but
It's fine, don't worry.
I was like, wait, no, I Googled this wrong. I'm an idiot. I was like, I regret so much. But thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm sorry for heckling you on your DMs.
It's all right. It's all right.
But,
I'm actually really excited to be here.
Oh, I'm so glad. I like that people are enjoying this, because I just, like, to be honest, the goal of all of this is just to get to know the company a little bit better and give the community a chance to feel a little bit closer to the people producing stuff. But you don't have any trouble doing that with all the stuff you do for the community and all the stuff you're giving away constantly. So
That's so sweet of you to say.
No, I was gonna say it's sweet of you to do. I was gonna say I'm sure everybody in the community really appreciates it, because you always have a giveaway or something going on, and you always shout people out, showing their
there's
tape
always
jobs.
something.
Yes, there's always something going on. I'm sure everybody's like super appreciative of the response they get from you. But if you don't mind, can we just jump right in? I love saying that in the beginning, because I love getting in, making sure we get the information that people want to hear. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So when and why did you start Cherry Tape, and what was kind of like the motif behind why did you start, and the name and stuff like that?
So Cherry Tape started 2 years ago. Actually on Monday was 2-year anniversary.
Oh wow. Happy anniversary, or happy birthday.
Thanks. Yeah. The name was just like completely random. I was scrolling through the emojis, and I wanted something that I could use an emoji as so people could see the emoji and
right.
compare it to the company. So I went with a cherry. Why not?
No, that's good advertisement.
It was almost lemon tape.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't like that in the end. So I went with cherry because, cherries are cool.
I'm gonna say a little sweeter, maybe not so sour with the lemons.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
no, but that's cool. I think that the way that the simplicity, but also the ability to just like, and it's like it's an Instagram fingerboard world right now. So the fact that people can just slap a few emojis on their tag and just send it
Exactly.
out, and then you see it right away. I think that was like super smart on your end.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I also thought like cherry is quite like a common fruit, so I'm gonna find loads of stickers and
Yes.
products and stuff that have cherries on. So
And you're
yeah.
packing those packages full, so everybody's super. It's like Christmas Day when they get a package from you. So I think that's awesome. So, what was the focus? Like, I know we just talked about like the idea behind the name, but what was like the focus when you're like, okay, I want to make this community, but I want to make it because insert reasoning here.
So there wasn't much focus to start with. One of my friends had a tape company, and he quit fingerboarding
Okay.
and gave me the rest of his stock. So
Oh.
didn't have any. I wasn't gonna start a company to start with. I was just happy fingerboarding. Um, yeah, he gave me all of his stock, and he was like, "You can either keep it for yourself, or you can continue the company, or you can make a new company under a new name." So that's sort of where it came from.
Oh,
But
okay.
obviously, my main focus is just having fun.
Oh no, excellent. And I think that's cool that like it was kind of like an opportunity that you were like, you know what, I can do something with this through a friend that was kind of stepping away from the hobby. So it's like using what he left behind to continue it. I think that's kind of like a good
Yeah,
way to do it.
yeah, and I still contact him now, and he follows Cherry Tape, but he doesn't fingerboard anymore. So he built the company basically.
So shouts out to the homie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Can I ask you now this moving on? Just because you see it in all your tags, your cherry. You got this. You started kind of like this idea, and of course, people have been doing grip. Like skateboarders, and everybody's been doing grip jobs forever. Everybody wants to have a cool grip job, but you
Oh
kind of
yeah.
started this whole thing with this whole colorway grip to foam. Like, I don't even know how you explain it. Like, I've always been like an old school guy when it comes to just because I've been around since before foam tape. But like, I don't know how to do all the crazy grip tapes, but I've seen some of these things. It's like art now. Like, people are treating it like it's the bottom of their deck. You know what I mean? Like, it's a ply, like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
separate ply. You know what I mean? Like, they want to get creative with it. Like, can you tell me like what's kind of started that, or maybe there was somebody who did it first, or like what was the push
So
to start that?
I think, and I saw it on a couple of people, but the first time I ever did it, one of my best friend skates, and he gave me all the leftover like cutout bits from the side of his deck,
Yeah.
and he had quite a few pieces left. I think there was like some red, some green, a bit of pink, and I just
Okay.
slapped it on the board, and that was it. That was me starting. This was before the company even like existed.
Right.
Um, and I still have that board with the same pieces of tape on because that was the inspiration for having skate grip on the site.
Right. And
Um,
I think
I
that
wanted other
yeah.
people to enjoy pretty colors underneath their fingers.
No, and I think that's so cool that like it kind of gives like all the writers, not even just for your team, but like people that tag and stuff, you can kind of see what everything is coming from by like everybody's like, because I know everybody sees the bottom ply of the deck and eventually it'll wear away, but like your grip job now, I can recognize people's clips by the fact that they have this certain grip way on their deck.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I know where they're getting these colored grip pieces from, and of course everybody like some people do prefer skate grip, but the fact that you've incorporated both, like, so people can still have the design factor and keep the foam on their deck, like I just think that was super, like, I don't know, that was like super out of like what I usually see in fingerboarding, you know what I mean? And I think that was super cool. So I just wanted to appreciate you for that, on like starting that whole trend of everybody getting creative on their fingerboard, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so
That's
no, go
sorry,
ahead.
that's
No, go ahead.
why I started the little mini cut off packs,
Yes.
was because people want to incorporate, foam and skate grip together. So that was the idea behind that one.
All right, now with that, are you coming up with any more innovative ideas? Now I'm not gonna ask you like to reveal all your future secret things coming out, but are you still kind of pushing that idea with the company, or are you kind of comfortable where you're at with letting people kind of figure it out on their own and kind of going with what they're doing?
Well, I always want to be growing, so
Right.
there's always going to be new products, new ideas. I will say that someone gave me some ideas the other day, which is they need testing first, but it could work out.
Mm-hmm.
But I just had a stock drop yesterday
Correct.
of wheelie bins full of tape. They sold
Yes.
out almost instantly.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's gonna be gone in a second, but keep.
Yeah, the new mystery packs with a case to keep all of your spare tape and stuff in. They're selling pretty fast as well.
No,
So
with
yeah,
yeah,
there's
that's good.
always going to be something new.
No, that I like that you're constantly pushing because I know like with people that make something new or like start a trend with something, it's kind of hard to continue that concept. But I think with the you're kind of giving people the tools to do what they want, so you'll always be able to grow off of other people's input and
Yeah,
things like
yeah.
that. So I think that's cool, and the fact that you always have like this leads me into my next question with your packaging and how you do all these different deals and stuff. It's kind of almost like with the tape, people don't want just the tape. They want to get the goodies that come with it. And I'm not just talking about the candy, but you have tons of stickers in there, and like you're getting like it's a good like package to get like a base for all your stickers and stuff like that. So like
Yeah, yeah.
like what made you want to give? I know you said like the cherry was a good idea for like advertisement, but what made you want to have such a big packaging concept?
I remember my first Black River ramp. It was the Black River bench, and it came with about 10 stickers. I think it's the most I've ever had out of a Black River package, and it just blew me away the fact that I was just getting stickers for free. And I want people to open a package and go, "Whoa, look at all these extras! Look at everything I've
Right.
got." Um, the sweets or candy, whatever you want to call it, I'm always gonna give sweets with my orders. They are my favorite sweets, and I just want to share the love.
No,
I'm
yeah, I
pretty
think
sure
that's
you
super
can't.
cool.
I'm pretty sure you can't buy them in America or Canada or anywhere like that. I think they're just British sweets.
Yeah, I haven't
So
seen them, so
that's fun as well. Getting sweets and stuff from different countries.
no, yeah, you have like this super aesthetic, like the cherry tape, like it all kind of like leaves like this sweet impression on you. And I think the fact that you're able to package that feel of what your brand is about, I think that was like that's kind of why you're different, you're separated from other companies. You know what I mean? I think that
Yeah, yeah.
like I said, the community really appreciates that stuff.
Everyone appreciates stickers.
Right. With your newest drop though, and I wanted to talk about that and with the whole packaging concept, what are kind of your focuses when you're like, okay, I want to make this a drop or I want to package these things together because this is what like I want like what kind of goes through your mind when you're deciding, this is what I want to release as a package deal this week.
Well, I actually have to give a shout out to my fiance right here because she does think of a lot of ideas for the business.
Right.
She's got an amazing imagination. The bins was totally her idea, and I cannot be any more thankful for that because people are loving them.
So
Um,
shouts out.
yeah, definitely shout out to her. She's at work right now, but I'm gonna get her to listen to this afterwards, so she'll appreciate that definitely.
No, excellent. I like
Um,
that's like a contributing thing, but keep going.
yeah, the bins was a random thing. Um, we were in a supermarket and she picked one up and she was like, "Oh, this would be cool for you to fingerboard on," and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, other people have got them." So I bought myself one, used it a little bit, didn't really bother with it too much. Then I started seeing them pop up in more videos, um, and I thought, right, okay, I can use this. And she said, "Well, you could fill it full of stuff and send it to people," and I was like, "That you are onto a winner right there."
No, that makes plenty of sense. And like you said, you're seeing like there's like this want for aesthetic small pieces for parks now, and the fact that you're just tossing it in with an order, you get some tape, some candy, some stickers, like that packaging deal. Like I feel like people that even that are just starting out, like if you want a base for your collection, like you got to grab something from Cherry so you can have some stuff. You know what I mean? You gotta get
Yeah,
the base for your
exactly.
collection. And I think that's super cool. Like the fact that you have someone to give you those like little bits of, hey, maybe you could do this like on an outside perspective that could keep you fresh. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes I see past those things. I've picked up those bins before and thought, nah, I don't need them. And yeah, yeah, like you said, she puts it into a different kind of perspective. She looks at it from a different angle, and yeah, she's really helpful actually.
Okay, now I have to ask this. I asked the fingerboard connoisseur yesterday this, but with making a company, and of course everybody starts this whole concept of making something in fingerboarding as a hobby, and it will always be a passion and a hobby because let's be honest, the market ceiling for this isn't too high. But are you trying to transition so you can do this maybe not so much full time, but like maybe make a little bit of a base income for it? Or are you kind of trying to keep it in that whole, I'm only going to let this grow so far and then I won't let it grow any larger because of my own personal things?
Well, first of all, shout out to Casey from Fingerboard Connoisseur. He's like one of my greatest friends. He's amazing.
Really dope guy.
Yeah. I'm just gonna let cherry tape grow as big as it grows. I work a full-time job. I do 45 hours a week, and it doesn't get in the way now at all. If it ever starts to get in the way, then I'll dull it down a little bit, but I would never stop it because of my job, and I won't let it take over my job because I love my job.
Oh, that makes plenty of sense, though. Hang on 1 second. Let me make sure that okay, cool. Sorry, we have a live chat too, so I sometimes have to answer the questions of people coming in. But no, like I think that's cool that you're able to you're gonna let it grow as big as you want, but you're not gonna let it like interfere with real life. And I feel like that's the kind of the difference between people that really love it as a hobby and a passion, or people that are coming in for the quote unquote dollar signs or the looks.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
No,
I'm not in it for the money at all. I'm literally here to spread the love. And that's it.
I was gonna say I think that's pretty evident in your in everything that you do, pretty much with your posting and things. Now, moving more towards you personally, your fingerboarding and your kind of like your posts and things like that. You're always, like I said, you're always giving back to the community, always doing contests, and always giving people a chance to get like cherry tape on their deck and stuff like that. Is that something you kind of personally like tie back to the whole Black River Ramps 10 stickers thing, or is this something you kind of wanted to push and make a new standard for fingerboarding?
I love when people get involved in a competition, any kind of competition at all. If it's like, best ollie, anything. Right. I absolutely love the feedback and stuff that comes from it, and it definitely gets more people back into fingerboarding. When I started quite a while back now, I started a weekly trick thing, and I was posting whichever one I thought was the best, and I had some feedback from people saying that they got back into fingerboarding once a week because of that.
Right.
And I just want to keep people fingerboarding, basically.
Yes, I feel like there was a lull period as we all got older. Not saying we're old or anything, but the guys that started with tech decks and are moving, as we get older, there was like a lull period where we all kind of were doing, whether it was high school, schooling, college, or whatever it may, like solidifying your career and things. But I think as long as it's seen as like a hobby that you can always upkeep, the kind of the same way that business owners like you do with their business, like it's something that you can always just touch on, So I think that's cool that you're kind of promoting that concept. Now, you as a personal fingerboarder, the other day you killed it. You posted like, I don't even know how many clips because I follow your personal account, and you were just throwing bangers. What was up with that? Were you just having a day? You're like, you know what? I'm not gonna do anything cherry tape related. I'm just gonna knock out some bangers and post them back to back so everybody knows you're holding it down still.
Well, I had a free day basically. Awesome. I'd packed all my orders that morning. I had a brand new setup, and I was just going for it. I was just like, right, this is it. This is the day I'm gonna film some clips, and I just did.
And that you did.
That was it. Yeah,
it was so many, and there was some good ones in there too. I was very impressed. I was like, man, because I feel like sometimes it's hard, and like I said, I was talking to Casey. It's hard to separate your time when you really want to produce a product so fingerboarders can fingerboard. It's hard to fingerboard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get you. I spend as much time fingerboarding as I do packing orders at the moment. Like all of a sudden over the last few months I've like really blown up, and the orders just coming in, and I'm just like, right, enough. I need to make time to actually fingerboard.
Right. Got to stay in tune with the product, right?
Yeah.
All right. I will say this though. I don't like talking about too much negative stuff, but I gotta kind of touch everything just because of the sesh with Stevie Harkins. You get a lot of random stuff in your DMs. And like you get a lot of like craziness in your DMs. Like how do you, especially as like someone like as a female in the industry, and like everybody that like in this industry, like there's always this stigma of just like negativity, and it's due to mostly because it is a very young, the age orientation for this hobby is very young, and it's not like a big range of people. But like, how do you deal on a day like being kind of outside of that usual statistic of what you would call an average fingerboarder? Like what like how do you deal with like the people that are constantly in your DMs or like asking you for things or just kind of like spewing negativity towards you?
So people asking for sponsorship and stuff all the time, I genuinely just ignore the DMs, and they tend not to ask again. If they ask a second time, I just block them, and they miss out on seeing cherry tape because they've asked for a sponsorship. Negativity, I'm a pretty positive person, so it just sort of bounces away and I never let it get to me.
Right.
Yeah, I would never let anything get to me.
Right. Keeping the vision, the vision of the company is more important than being upset. I think that's a good way to look at it. And I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I said, like this is all about having fun. I'm not gonna get upset over, a little kid telling me I'm crap at fingerboarding or something.
And I think that's again, that's what separates a lot of companies, is because a lot of people can't handle that, and they don't realize that it is some young kid telling you because he's upset that you won't send him some free tape that you suck.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
it's just, those little shits kind of what separate a good company from a bad company. So you gotta kind of appreciate them. But I will say this though, when I was coming up, I'm sure you probably came up around the same time when fingerboarding was still kind of younger, with wooden decks and foam tape being like newer. A lot of people started, their base companies, whether they grew into like bigger companies at the tape level. You know what I mean? A lot of people think tape is a good place to start. Kind of like motioning towards you and companies that make tape really what they focus on, like. Was it hard in the beginning? I know you have your colorways and everything that separate you, but was it hard to like kind of get your whole thing focused on, like your whole operation noticed?
Actually, I was quite lucky because there's not many companies in the UK, so I was quite lucky that I met some cool guys who had a bunch of followers already, and they all became really good friends. We talk every day,
That's cool.
and they helped me grow the company because it was one of those very rare ones that was in the UK.
Oh, that's cool. I think that's good.
That's where the majority of my customers come from now, actually, as well.
Using your surroundings is I think that's a very critical piece, and like a lot of people don't realize that, even though you see all these big fingerboarders or companies on the internet, we're all really spread out. So as long as you come together, I feel like the communities can grow anywhere, and I think if you take advantage of that, like your company did, it can lead to good things. And I think that was really smart on your end, and I think that's really good. Now I want to transition now from that negative stuff to the team and like your friends and things like that. Like you have a team, and I'm sure you have people.
Love my team.
Yeah, I'm sure you have people around you that may not be a part of the team, but of course you're looking out for that. Test your products, or you get positive feedback from.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you talk to me about those people and the people that you keep around you, and like kind of like some stuff about that?
So, my team are the best. I love my team. It is perfect the way it is. It's actually only got 2 of the original members in it because for some reason it had a lot of people leave. They figured out they didn't like the tape, they liked a different kind of tape, and that's cool because everyone's preferences change. But the one guy that's been with me since the very beginning, he was my first team member, is Luke. He's amazing. He's basically my best friend, but only through fingerboarding. I wouldn't have met him any other way. He helped the business to grow, and he's fantastic.
Oh, that's so cool. The few people that hang around are gonna see it grow. I think that's a good concept to look at, though, and I think that's always something that happens like in the beginning of companies, like and things like that. Like you're gonna shed some members just because people, they want to climb higher or whatever it may be. But I just think when you find a team that you click with and that you can actually grow with, it's worth riding out in the end. And I think the people that you have are perfect for what you need, because I was watching a lot of your clips before, like a lot of clips of people on your team before I do these interviews, and I think that you have a pretty solid team, if I say so myself.
Yeah, they're amazing. They're all extremely active, and they just want to show cherry tape off, basically.
No, that makes plenty of sense. Now with the team, do you have any people that are like close to you that you ride with daily, or like do you have like I'm not saying like a closer knit because I'm sure you're close with everybody, but is there like people that you kind of fingerboard with daily or anything like that?
I actually have no one that lives anywhere near me that I can fingerboard with. But there's actually only one guy, which is Luke, that we do video chats every now and then just to catch up with each other, which is really, really nice. But I've actually organised a little meetup on this Sunday, in not my town, but the next town over.
Right.
And I think that there should be like 6 or 7 guys coming, which is going to be amazing.
I was actually going to ask you,
Should be
do
good
you have
fun.
any events coming your way or like anything that you're going to be attending? Like, and of course, that event seems like something that you're going to check out. Or maybe you have any like packages heading to any events?
I got I've had packages going to events pretty much all year round. One I did send a huge packet to Devise Fingerboards. He's got a meetup in March. I can't remember the exact date. He just posted a picture of his poster. I think it's called Skater's Edge 2,
Oh, okay.
Meetup 2, or something along those lines. Sent a huge pack to him,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, so that should be good. I've
Everybody out that
sent
way checking out the tape. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I've sent packages pretty much all over the world to events. I've sent one to what they called Lumper FB.
Is that like in Kuala Lumpur or something like that? That's incredible.
I have no idea. They were like miles and miles and miles away.
No,
They
that's
were
interesting how
they
you,
were in
you
a
reach out.
country I had never even heard of.
But hey, they
So
heard
yeah,
of you. That's incredible, though, that the word reaches that far, and I think that's important. You know.
yeah.
Now, transitioning from that question, with your next drop and everything that you have coming out this your way, do you have any ideas for like? Are you going to lean more towards more contests and kind of keep the pattern, or do you have any like new ideas or concepts that you might bring to the community that you'd like to like possibly leak now? Or are you going to just continue to work with the whole contest, keep everybody showing off their grip and things like that?
Um, I've been thinking about a grip job contest.
Oh, I'm sure that would work out perfectly for you.
But not with me judging it. With my followers judging it.
Right.
And so say like I'll post 4 grip jobs and they'll have to choose, you know, do they like A, B, C, or D best, and then that person will get a bigger shout out, sort of thing. I've been thinking about that for a few weeks now. So
I think that'd be
yeah,
something that would be like right down your alley for everybody that kind of submits what they do anyway. You know, like people want to show you right away as soon as they put it on. So I think that'd be a good way to show them that you're watching. You know.
yeah, I'm here. I see you.
Yeah, right. Yes, I see that. Also, do you have any? I know you just did a drop, but what was like? Do you have any plans for any new like grip styles, or do you have any? I know a lot of people asked me to ask you if you have prints coming or anything like that, but I don't like to make companies give information for what they're researching in. But
Okay.
if there's anything that you're like, you know, because I've been asked in my DMs as soon as I posted a couple days ago that I'm having you. People are like, ask her if she's doing prints, ask her if she's gonna do prints, because everybody seems to be on that wave now in the grip company. What are your
Definitely.
thoughts?
So one that I keep getting asked is, am I going to do engraved tape? And that is a definite no. That is not my company.
Right.
That's, you know, Chems, however you want to say it. They've already got that covered. I don't need to join in with that.
Right.
But prints on skate grip is actually being tested right now. I've got prints drying literally as we speak. So if it works, that's
You
the
heard
good
it
product.
here first, people.
You did hear it here first.
I was gonna say now you can leave me alone about it, but that's exciting. I am super excited to see what you get out of that and what the possibilities for that could be.
I'm excited if it works. If
Right.
it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know.
Also, personal question: I like white foam tape, but everybody hates it. White foam tape. What are your thoughts?
I have never seen white foam tape.
It was like an early thing. Like I remember there was a period where a company did white foam tape, and I bought like 3 packs of it.
Do you know what? Actually, yeah, that kind of rings a bell. White foam tape.
I
Wow,
thought
that
it looked
brings
so
me
clean,
back,
but
actually.
also it's dirty. Like it gets dirty. But
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
thought, like on a fresh deck, slap it on there. It looks pretty clean. Maybe some colorways, but that was a personal. Sorry, everybody, listen. That was a personal me question, but
No, that's cool. I do get questions all the time about
sure.
coloured foam tape, and it's just doesn't. It's not going to happen. The way my tape is produced, which I'm not going to be leaking any secrets about that, it can't happen, basically.
I got you. Are there any companies that you work kind of like, I wouldn't say like sponsor or anything, but are there any companies out there that you kind of like work more hand in hand with and maybe send products to right away to kind of like get feedback or even just make sure that they're writing your stuff?
There's quite a few companies actually that I've sent like tester packs out to a lot of people recently. I've had one go to John Cowart at Cowplay.
Oh wow.
Mallory Curtis, Unique Deck, she's got a pack. Casey's had a few packs from Fingerboard Connoisseur. Just trying to think who else. Radical Fingerboards, they've had some. We've got a pack going out to Lakewood soon, because we have a collab in the works.
Oh, a collab between you two. It sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it should be amazing, actually. I'm really looking forward to it. I've not done a proper collab, like, at all yet.
Yeah, and those always seem to be, like, a quick grab for, like, people that are collectors. Any sort of collaboration, like, they're going to want to get their hands on it. And, of course, if this is your first one, that might be something I might have to get my hands on. So definitely keep an eye out for that, people.
I mean, Cherry Tape's I've sent, like, bulk packs, and it's gone out with decks before. I did one with Yawn decks, but the collab I've got going with Lakewood isn't just tape and a Lakewood deck. There's more to it than that, and that's all I'm gonna say for now.
All right, I won't press you for any more, even though that sounds pretty interesting to ask a little more about. But with that, do you have any possibilities for like a team tape or maybe some team footage coming out in a collective, or do you kind of keep it to gram clips?
Usually just Instagram, but I did the other day, my team don't even know about this yet, I did make a Cherry Team YouTube channel. So it was just a thought that their YouTube edits can go up on there,
right.
But I'd say about half of them don't actually have YouTube, so kind of seems a bit unfair to do it that way, but who knows, we'll see.
I mean, if it's for the team, I guess like an advertisement thing would make plenty of sense on their end. But if that's something that I guess that's between you and the writers. But
yeah.
With that, is there like a excuse me, a standard? Because of course everybody, when I interview anyone, they always want to know like, what does it take to get sponsored, or what would it take metaphorically if we were friends and you were here close enough? What would I need to sponsor me? So what do you like look for? Do you look more for like I know some people look for pure like unique talent, or like I want to see somebody that does stuff I've never seen before. But some people also just like certain vibes of how they edit, or the way their Instagram is prepared, or whatever social media platform or video platform they use. What are you kind of looking for from your writers?
So the first thing I always say to people is, have you tried Cherry Tape? If the answer's no, you're not getting sponsored. You have to have tried it, tested it. Pretty much this the only thing you ride, because that's the kind of person I want on the team. I want you to ride my tape.
Right.
That's fair enough.
Right.
I like laid back people, chill clips. Nothing too like trendy, not like loads of no complies and stuff. I'm not really into that. And just like a really nice person. Like, you can have a chat with me. Let's have a conversation.
Right.
That's fine. I have a few people I have my eye on at the moment. And I will say that when I get to 6K, which I'm very close to actually.
Yeah, you're having a bunch of people shout you out for it. You're super close.
I got so many. I was really shocked. I will be sponsoring one more person.
Oh, viewers. There you go.
Viewers listening right now.
Listen up.
I will be sponsoring one more person, but have already chosen the person.
So if it's not you, darn.
but the person doesn't know, so.
It could be you.
It could be you.
It could be you.
You could be listening right now and then listen to this in a week or so's time when I reach 6K and think, that was me.
It was I. No, that's so funny. I know. I think that's super cool, though. So, people, get her to 6K so you can figure out who it is. Yep, we got people in the audience. We got Gino saying, ooh, it's probably you, Gino. It's but,
Gino's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Gino.
But yes, it seems there's somebody is going to be the lucky person. But with that and the writers and things like that, moving on, and I will say this, you are probably the speediest talker I've ever had. In the sense of getting to the point, and I think that's super interesting. And this isn't like, no, I just think that that's like super interesting that you know exactly what you want to say. Sometimes it takes, a second to figure out like, how do I want to say this? And I'm like, wow, because these usually go on for an hour, and I've gone through 2 pages of notes with you already.
No way.
No, really, no. Just because I like to ask as many questions as possible, and I always have questions left over. But I'm
Yeah.
actually reaching into other questions now that this is like my emergency question thing, but these are actually really good, so I kind of want to ask you. With the
Okay.
with the visual design and everything that you have going, would you consider Cherry Tape a performance or a visual company? And I ask this to people because there's a lot of companies out there that make decks that are like, they sell them for $60 and they're like bought before they're even released. You know what I mean? And they have small groups of people that, are looking to buy them before they're even out yet and things like that. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to name
I
company
mean,
names because I don't want to like pin that to anyone. But do you consider yourself
yeah,
more of
yeah.
like a simple small release instant grab, or are you looking to actually like stock and be a consistent company?
I would rather have my products on the site available whenever people have the money that can buy them. I don't like stock drops very much, but at the same time, I think they are kind of fun. Like with the bins yesterday, to see those orders just like rolling in was really, really nice.
No, that's cool. I think that's a good way to look at it. Whoop. No, sorry, I'm
Yeah.
reading. I'm reading my chat, but what was I say? Yeah, I think that's like it's a good concept because I feel like a lot of companies. I was saying in an earlier interview that are treating it more of like a Supreme drop, like a clothing brand drop, than an
Yeah.
actual equipment piece drop. You know what I mean? Like usually in like
Yeah.
skateboarding or whatever. Like I don't like comparing everything fingerboarding wise to skateboarding, but it is like our forefathers. So when you drop something, it should be able to, a lot of people can get their
You
hands
drop
on it.
it
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it stays on the site.
yeah.
You know,
And
like
you
there's
stock it consistently, but people will drop a deck
exactly,
and you'll
yeah.
never see it again. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I think that's for limited release, like collabs, like you have coming up and things like that. That's great.
Yeah.
But there should always be a deck, whether it's not something you like. You should always have something on your site. And the fact that companies are 80% empty and one day have something on
Yeah.
it, that confuses me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I feel you with that one. I went onto a website the other day. Not gonna name names. Went onto a website the other day. I was ready to cop a board. All gone. Nothing on the site. Literally, not even a single product on the site. I was like, well, you
It's
just
really
missed
just
out on a
pictures.
customer.
It's just pictures
No,
of what
no.
you
There
could get.
honestly, there wasn't even pictures on the site. There was nothing on there. It's mad.
Oh God, I think that's incredible that people can do that. Okay, lastly, I like to end on this, and then I want to give you time at the end to plug whatever you got coming up, any people you want to shout out, any stuff like that. I'll give you time at the end to kind of just shout at the people, and then I'll get this chopped up and edited and posted so you can show all the people around you. But what I ask everybody at the end, and my last question before I let them advertise is, what if you can tell me what you want your lasting impact on the community would be, like at the end of Cherry Tape, well, not the end, or like let's say you're finishing your career and you're passing the company on, and it's been a perfect time for your company. What would be your like dream community impact, and where would you like to see the company?
Um, Actually, that's a really tough question.
That's why I ask it.
Yeah. Um, I just want to see everyone having fun. That's to the point. If you're not having fun, what's the point?
Right.
There you go. That's it. If you're not having fun and you're not riding Cherry Tape, what is the point?
All right. And what about your baby? Where would you like to see your baby Cherry Tape? Where would you like to see the company? Would you like to see it still, community grassroots, or are you looking to be the next big provider of everybody's favorite tape?
A little bit of both. I'm
Right.
quite happy with the competition around me. The other tape companies, I'm more than happy to compete with them. Let's go, bring it on. But I'm just happy with Cherry Tape as it is, and that's how I want it to stay, basically.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm going to give you a second here to just yell whatever you got coming out and repeat whatever you would like, because I'd like to end on it's fresh in everyone's mind so they can just hop on their phone and, click or follow or link whatever, whatever you shout out. So just go ahead and knock that out.
So I want to give a shout out to my little brother and little sister. They are probably my biggest fans ever. They're called Katie and Dylan. And as soon as this video is finished, I'm going to send them the link so that they can watch it.
Awesome. That's so cool. And then of course, I know you got some contests coming out. You had the new wheelie bins just sell out and stuff like that. Anything that people can be looking to grab off your site or anything like that?
There is a giveaway on my page, but you may have to scroll down a little bit to find it. If you can't find it, just send me a DM and I can give you a link towards it.
There you go. And she'll answer quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much answer all the time because I'm allowed my phone at work. So, you know, usually about an hour, 2 hours, unless I'm asleep, you'll get a DM back.
You hear her first. You can bother her at work, people. So there you go. Direct contact. You got it from me first, so don't take all the credit. I got you the plug. No, I'm kidding. But thank you so much for coming by. I'm telling everybody, go support the people that are supporting your community. Thank you so much, EJ. Cherrywood Tape. Or Cherrywood. I just read your name and said Cherrywood. Cherry Tape. Everybody go cop. Everybody go grab some of that delicious candy that you can't get anywhere else. I'm hoping that I can have you back soon. I've got some new stuff in the works where I can have people like returning guests, kind of maybe co-host or anything like that. If you're interested, of course, I'm going to be bothering you for that. But thank you so much for giving my show a chance and just letting me ask you a bunch of questions.
Yeah, I was more than happy to be here. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much for hosting this.
No problem. Thank you so much. I will talk to you later.
I'll see you soon, all right?
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, everyone. That is a wrap on that. We just did it. Cherry Tape. It's happening. They happened. They were here. EJ's awesome. Everybody go cop anything that you can get from their website because, as you know, she's about her community. You're going to get a bunch of stickers in it. You're going to get a... Oh, wow. That was my computer making noises. Everybody, thank you so much for listening in. Make sure you're, like I said, make sure you're supporting the companies that support you. These companies that I'm talking to on this site and these people, these writers, everybody that I'm asking to come on the website or the Sesh in general and do these podcast interviews with me, I really feel are companies that are going to give you your money's worth, give you your viewers worth, you know, just really product and quality, like consumer like products. And I think like if this is what you're looking for, just stay tuned. Make sure you're checking up on all the writers and the companies coming through because they're doing it for you guys just as much as they're doing it for the love of the hobby. So like I said, thank you to EJ. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for everything you do for the community and all the giveaways and all the lovely stuff and the sweets and everything. I'm hoping to have her back, guys. I'm hoping to have everyone back, of course, but hopefully we'll get her back on the show sometime soon. Like I always say, I got to end with advertisers, any companies, or anyone involved in the community that's looking to get their word out for something or a project. Make sure you swing on by to my Instagram at StevieHarkinsFB. Shoot me a DM or even comment on the page. Hey, I'm trying to end up on the show. We have spots in the beginning and the end of the show where you can advertise any sort of drops, products, or videos you have coming out, just so I can give the community back a chance to speak on a bigger platform. But as usual, I'm at StevieHarkinsFB on Instagram. You are watching this either live on Twitch or on YouTube through the podcast recording and editing. Until next time, I should say. Thank you guys for swinging by. Stay in tune. Make sure you're following all the companies. And I'll see you next time, guys. See ya. Oh, also, thank you for all the follows today. Thank you so much to everybody that came by and chatted in the chat. Gish, Gino, thank you so much. Everybody in the chat that's lurking, you guys are the bomb. Without you guys, couldn't do anything. I will be back next time for more of the Sesh. Peace.